Ding, ding. Welcome to Neeker's Bullpen. I'm Nick, and today we're going to be going over the SPY. Questions asking ourselves, what is the SPY doing and where is she going? Is she going to keep going up or is she going to start going down? Well, the question is this, really? Well, we already asked that question. So, right here at 398.78, right? If you notice, okay, a 398.79, that's what we are right here. We're having a hard time staying over this level, okay? But there's a couple of things to kind of look into to see whether or not if we're going to be continuing to move forward or not. Because a lot of things that are in play right now that keeps us from making sure that we're going to make the right decision when taking a trade. So let's go and jump over to the 1 day chart. I know, I guess it's a little jumbled up here, but let me just zoom in for a second for the day chart. Right now, on the macro end of things, let's see where we are on the macros. Okay, so as of right now, if you see up here, the price is around 398.85. Right, this is where you see it right here. This is where we ended for the day. Okay, so well, check this out. We are at let's see. We are where? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We're about right here. Okay, we're roughly about right. That's around this area right here. All right, so we're not much of a gap up right now. Oh, there we go. Just hit 400. Now we're talking a little bit of a gap up. Okay. Now if we stay above right here at 400, all right, we can get this tap right here around 400, 403. That's kind of what I'm looking for at this moment, and I'll show you. Let's see, let's go over to here. There we go. So right here, as it states, this around 410 cents is kind of what we're looking at right now. Let's move over to the hourly, and there we go. See how we're kind of bouncing right here at 410 cents. We couldn't get over. This is that macro line I was referring to, right? So we tapped it here. We've been tapping it here. If y'all wondering why we couldn't get over it, but look at this. We got to 423 cents right here, but we couldn't stay up long, right? Nice big pullback and just kind of stay consolidated right here. Comes down, retaps 396.41, comes back up, all right, and it continues to, well, reject on this macro line of resistance. This macro line goes all the way back, okay, to the main top. The main top being 349.78, I think it was. Let's pull all the way back. Yeah, 379.98. That's where that purple line is. It's the top of the four peaks. Okay, this is the fifth peak at this point, but apparently we're breaking above this. Okay, so this is a good thing for us as far as those that want to kind of start buying for the upside. For those of y'all start maybe bought calls or something to the upside, you're in good shoes right now because maybe you saw that because from here to here was a good possible push to the upside, right? This was just supposed to be originally just a little J hook, slam on the 200 and drop, kind of like right here. Okay, that's what it did. Drop. Comes down up here, comes down, hits, drops. Same thing here. Comes down, hits twice, and drops. So we didn't get that here. We actually got above that little part right there where we got above the 200. Not only get above it, but we gapped above it and kept going. Now we're slamming up against and it's now starting to get above this macro line of resistance. So, as you see, I already got a thesis played out for today or made up for today. So let's take a peek at it. Let's go to 5-minute 15. So there we go. The 5-minute 15 states this. Yeah, can you see it? Can you see it? Let's see. There we go. 5 minutes. This is what the thesis states. If the SPY can get over and hold above 410 area, then the SPY could go up at higher levels like 405.49. So this is kind of something you're looking for. If the SPY can also hold or stay above 410, then the price could get to 403 first. So this is what we're looking for here. We want to see it get over 410, around 410 cents, maybe 432. Then it can reach up to 403. If it can reach over 403, then we are in a good position for us to get to 405. But we got to get over 403 first. That's that white line you're seeing right above the 410 cent price range. That's what you're seeing right there. That that little ascending white line. So now, if we cannot get over 410 cents, right now we're at 398.67, 398.65. You know, we're dancing around this area right now. If we cannot get over that area, then we may actually see the SPY drop down and retest 398.23. That's what I'm looking for it to do. If it does not stay above 398.23, then the price is going to drop down to this ascending line of support, this white line that you see it touches the two big pipes from the 2 days before. And then, of course, it definitely misses the tweezers. Then they see this green line where it passes over, you know, kind of crosses under the ascending white line, right? That's where I kind of see the price testing out. If it breaks under that, 396.41 is next on the list. And you want to make sure you watch out for that. Okay? So let's head over to the charts. Whoops. Give me 1 second. Let's do that again, huh? All right. So that's what this over here is what you were just seeing a minute ago. That's this right there. That's what you're that's what it's all jumbled up right now. That's what this is right here. Just so you have an idea what that is. But right now we're more focused on this part right here. All right. See it in live in action. Instead of just looking at it in a picture view, right? We're going to look at it live. Really get a good glimpse of it and get an idea of what we need to see, what we need to look at, how we need to play this, okay? How you need to play this. Now, of course, the best part about the market is to adapt and change. And if you can adapt and change in a market, you will always, well, most of the time, I won't say always, most of the time make money. You won't lose as much. All right. So the thing is this, right? We're back under this macro line, this purple line that goes all the way back from 379.98. All right, we're back under it again. See how we drop in these wicks? These are wicks. These down here are tails. Okay, make sure you get your terminology right. So when people say, "Well, I keep getting wicked out," this ain't wicked out. This is shaken out. This is wicked out. Okay, so anyway, if we cannot stay above here, like I said before, we're going to test this little white line here, like I said. If we break under this white line, 396.41 will be your support. If it cannot hold the support, then she'll drop to here. This is what the thesis is saying, roughly around 394.14. And then, of course, your last chance for support before getting to this, the 50 SMA, 391.97, is 393.09. This is a full day's move. Why I say that is because we're already at 398.33. If she falls down from here down to here, 393.09, that is a $5 move, which is the average price that the SPY makes. Okay, Now, can she go a lot further? Oh, yeah. She can come all the way down to 388.7, okay? If this price is showing weakness, and yes, in fact, she will dump. She will dump hard. However, if the spike can continue to produce strength, okay, and get over this descending line of resistance, come up, tap, okay, and stay above it. Tap on it. Yeah, y'all heard of the BART, right, or the BORP? Some of y'all might know it as the BORP, the breakout, retest, and push, right? The BORP. I call it the BART because it's the breakout and run, retest, and trend or top, whatever you want to put it. But it's called the BART. Anyway, that's what you kind of want if you want this to go to the upside up to here. Right, here's 403. Here's the 403 line that I have set up. All right. So that's kind of what you want right there, is to get up to there. Well, let's see. Let's screen down. There's 405 that I was talking about before, 405.49. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so from 398 to 405, that's roughly around a $7 move, about a couple of dollars more than the SPY's average price range. So this is why I'm only going for 405.49. Can she go higher than 405.49 if a catalyst jumps in? Yes, absolutely. A catalyst can jump in at any time, and if it's good catalyst, this thing can rocket right off over 409, retesting 410 for sure. All right, 410 is roughly about right there where my little Mickey Mouse hand is. So if a catalyst is good enough, yeah, it can get that far. Absolutely, we've seen it done before in previous price actions. But right now, you don't want to rely on a 410 move or even a 409 move, right? Because that's over expectations. That's over expecting the chart to do something it chances are won't do. The thesis that I put out on a normal basis is an expectation based on the chart. What the chart is telling me of what it is capable of doing. If it shows me that it's capable of doing more than 403, 405, then you would see it up here. But for right now, all I see is the capability of it getting to at max 405, maybe 403, or around 393. So this is how I play it out. If it once it hits my levels in a certain way, I know how to play it out so that I can maximize profits, minimize losses, and most of all, look for a buy setup and an entry to jump in so I can actually take in on a trade. So let's move on to the 3-minute chart. All right. So now we're at the 3-minute chart. You kind of see how yesterday's setup played out well. Okay, it came up, retested this, comes down. I know a couple of my guys scalped this here. I personally waited, right, for it to bounce here, take position here at 398.23. A lot of you probably looking at it like, wow, you could have got it down. You could have got it down here. You probably could. Be honest with you, you probably could. But see, I like definitive things. I like definitive things that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, if you will. I felt like it's a lot less risky buying it right here at 398.23 versus buying down here right above the 50 SMA. That's what this blue line is, the 50 SMA. So for me personally, I like it here, okay? Because from 398 all the way up to 400, that's $1,000 move, folks. If you have more than $1,000, if you have 1,000 shares, okay, that's a good move right there, right? You can't complain. That's actually a straight solid $2,000 move. I like to be conservative. I don't believe I'm going to catch every cent of this, so I'd say $1,000 move. Do you see the expectations I place in this? Right? As long as you don't over exceed, oh, I can catch this whole thing from penny to penny. No, you can't. No, you won't. So when I see a move like this, okay, I see $2,000 worth of a move here. I'm only trying to gear for half of that. I know it may sound silly, but you know what? I'm more likely to grab my $1,000 accurately versus you trying to grab this for every cent for every cent it has. Okay, that is truth. All right, any professional trader will say the same thing. I'd rather take a meat of the move than try to grab the exact bottom to the exact top, trying to get a full 2 grand. I'd rather just size in my position with the and following the same trade setup, the same trading plan, and make the same amount, make a little bit more money on the same $1,000 range versus trying to catch from here all the way up to here and try to collect 2 grand. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about expectations, understanding your level of experience, your level of education, plus understanding the chart fully and understanding the expectations of what the chart is giving you. All of this in hand will give you great trades. Okay, so as you see here, she couldn't get over this part right here, breaks down, recovers here with 3 minute chart. So it takes 3 minutes to recover. Now, the one thing I would have liked better, right, is for this volume to have been smaller than this one in order for me to be a little bit more comfortable taking the trade. That's what I like. That's the kind of volume I like. I like this volume. I like this bar to be bigger. All right, bigger. I like this bar to stay the size that it is with a nice long tail with less volume. Okay, when it's less volume, that tells me that less likely sellers are involved here, right? Especially when it's engulfing this candle on less volume. That's gorgeous for me. That means I would have been more comfortable holding this up. And you're probably like, well, how do you know their sellers were involved? Well, right here. The wide range candle right here is a wide range candle, and that wide range candle is confirmation that sellers were involved. Okay, so this will get you a little shaken, but it does work out. Ultimately, it does work out, right? You get it up here at the top of this candle here, and she starts making her way up, respecting this this green fluid line. I call it the 20 EMA. Respect this whole thing. Once it gets to it pops target, right? Okay, comes down, don't go too far, comes back, goes over 410. This is where I would have took profit. Not 423. I'd have took profit at 410 cents. That's where I would have took profit. Matter of fact, we did. And then of course, my guys bought some puts right around here because of the buy setup. Check out the buy setup. You notice how we always look for engulfing, right? That's what you do. You don't try to buy up here because if you buy up here at the top, up here off over 410, she could have bounced and kept on going. Look, it gave a red hammer. Okay, it gave a possible continuation to the upside, right? But she didn't. She fell. So by this going up, then this hammer creating, I says, okay, cool. We want to buy puts, sell the SPY, whatever you want to do, around 399.95, and bam, look at this. That was a good scalp for my guys, right? Did we sell down here? No. Where did we sell? Here. Seeing the pattern, how we trade these, right? You can do the exact same thing. I'm giving you these little golden nuggets to throw in your bucket because to understand how to trade like this will improve your profits, will improve your gains. Instead of trying to go for broke, because telling you now, you will go for broke if you try to go for all. Don't go for all, go and because you'll go for broke. Go for gold. Go for the right moves that does you well. You see how she comes up, engulfs, comes down, ta 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 ta. Soon as it makes two tails, right? I want to put my stop right here at this tail, okay? And sure enough, look at that. I would have got stomped out here, and I wouldn't have lost profits. Look at that. Now, instead of trying to grab the very bottom, because that's how you get messed up, right? Don't go for the full bottom. If you try to go for the complete bottom or the complete top, you're greedy. Don't try to be greedy. Just take the meat of the move. This is a good meat of the move that's a lot of meat on a bone. You know what I mean? So try to kind of keep that in mind when you're taking these kind of trades. So Now that we got done talking about that, let's get back to today's moves, right? Here's post market of yesterday, where it bounces off 396.41 very beautifully, if I may say, and then nice push to the upside, getting it back above 398.23, staying above the 200 SMA, and here we are now. All right, now staying above 398.23, getting back above that descending line of resistance from the very top of last year's drop, right? The where we started getting the pullback, where all the lies started happening. Oh, we're in a bear market. Oh my God, recession. The world is ending. Oh, Lord have mercy. The panics of stupidity. Because we're not in a bear market, folks. Bless you. We are not in a bear market, folks. We are in a healthy pullback, and if you want to see how and why I believe so, go check out my previous videos. I think I've said it like 3 or 4 times and explained it 3 or 4 times of why we are not in a bear market. I've proven we are not in a bear market. We are in a downtrend. And actually, let me rephrase this. It's not even a downtrend. We are in a pullback. Okay? Was in a pullback. Since 348.11 we have reversed. We have been back into a trend reversal. This is the test of the trend reversal. Okay, all this right here. If we can get above this, then we are confirmed we're back to the bullish state of things. Okay, now how do we know when we're completely fully bullish? When we overcome 378.98. Okay, that's how you know that's how you get complete confirmation we're in a bullish trend. But as I was saying September ago, before the hit of 348.11, I was saying then we will not see a reversal from this pullback until we get to 350 or lower. Okay, sure enough, we got the 348.11. Not only did it do 348.11, but it rocketed up almost $20 the other direction, telling you that was the bottom. And like I said, go back and watch the video. You see all of that. So let me get back to this. So now that we're here, if we can stay above this descending line, if we can tap it and move forward, you'll see 400 410 cents will be the key. Also, looking for up here, squeeze like a lemon. There it is. We can get up to here, 403.12. That's a big chunk of a move, isn't it? That's like about $5 worth of a move right there. So, but we ain't got to. So also understand that sometimes people don't seem to realize pre-market will always dictate the market. What do I mean by that? Remember what I said that the SPY makes an average $4 to $6 on an average day, right? Of course, it has it's overpriced days where she goes $8 or $9 a day, or she'll run up $14, $15 a day, and some days she'll just do $3. Not every day, but every once in a while, go check the chart. She'll do barely like $3 for the day. Okay, but on average, she's usually between $4 to $6 a day when you break it down to her average. So and my gap ups are nothing. It's not like before where you can actually see a gap up, understand and get an idea where a gap up would be. If a gap up is too far, SPY pulls back. If a gap up is too short, she keeps going. So you kind of get an idea of what gap ups, because they were rare, but able to calculate for a better position when the market opens. Well, now ever since this whole thing started, right? We just got gap ups everywhere. Okay, there's a video out there that says this. Where there's what used to be rare to get a 2% gap. Now you cannot not see a 2% gap. They're almost everywhere, right? So now we have to change our perspective on this environment because the environment changed. So now we are above here. I want to see it tap 401. Okay. If we can get to 401 and tap breakdown, then this is what I'm looking for. The last test right here on the 200 SMA, right at 398.23. If it does, here you go, folks. This is what we're doing. You want the tap here. I'm okay if it drops the tail here, then keeps going, but you want it to stay above this descending line. If it does stay above this descending line, it'll get here, it will chop here, she will break out, and just probably end up just like slow grinding all the way up unless some catalyst comes in to really jump her up. Or market makers, if you will, sees that we've gotten above this descending line of resistance, the falling four peaks, and it's like, oh crap, we're now above the falling four peaks. It's time to start dumping some money in. Hedge funds unite, if you will, right? And next thing you know, this thing's really pushing up because now it has the bullish signal because it's gotten above the four falling peaks. That is a bullish signal. So she's going to keep pushing, and that means she could make it all the way to 405 today or tomorrow. All right, we'll do this again tomorrow and we'll see how it goes. So the plan of the day is I'm looking to buy calls and puts because this is how I love how these play out. If it doesn't stay above here, I see it dropping back down to here. I will do calls back up to here, cautiously watching for the breakout for the continuation to here, right? Moving my stops along the way. If, in fact, it rejects here, instead of chopping up and then pushes higher, I'll be looking to do puts here, selling the SPY, and I'll be selling it probably to here. Okay, starting with this line first, watching it to chop up and maybe land here at 396.41. Either way, this is a $2 move. This is a $2 move. I can make roughly around $1,000 in this area alone. Anything past these areas are gravy. It's more money in the pocket, but that's not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a simple move from point A to point B, point A to point negative B, and make my money, call it a day. All right. I expect all this to be done with between now and 11 o'clock. If it does not, then you got to you got to ask yourself the question: is it worth holding on for the rest of the day, or is it not within your time frame of what you're looking to make profits? And you say, screw it. I just get rid of it, find something else, right? So that's kind of what we got going on here. If you like what you saw, you like the thesis, and you want to see more like this, I tell you what, join our Discord, join our community, okay? Because you live trade with me. I'm the analyst in our community, and you get to ask me questions all you want, unless I'm in the middle of a trade. I'm not answering anything because I tell you guys, I need to focus on the trade when I'm in one. But when I'm not in a trade and I'm kind of just analyzing and watching over, right? You're more than welcome to ask me questions, and I'm more than happy to answer. We also have one-on-one coaching. We have great traders that are in here that has made the same mistakes you have. I've made the same mistakes you have. So it's not that you're going to be walking into a pity party community. We're not going to be in your little pity party when you say, "Oh my gosh, I lost $80,000 or $40,000." We're not going to pity you. Okay, let's just get that clear. We're not going to pity you. We're going to help you not do this again, but at the same time, hey, you need to brush it off. It sucks losing 40 grand. It really, really does. I get it does. But at the same time, nobody here is going to go, oh, poor pitiful you. It's, dude, you lost 40 grand because you were being negligent. You were gambling. You had no idea how you were trading, and you were over leveraged in the trade or multiple trades, and that's how you lost 40 grand. It's giving you a reality check, not giving you a poor pitiful me and joining the pity party. It's telling you like it is. So that way you can learn from it so it will never happen again. My mentor said it. I continue to say it until you have the proper education and the experience. Do not allow your expectations to over exceed. Okay? Because the moment you do, that's exactly what happens. You end up getting these egregious losses to where you are blowing up an account around 89% of your account or 50% of your account or 100% of your account, and you're going online looking for people to pity you, and it's sorry, that's just, it doesn't get your money back, right? What gets your money back is you saying, okay, I obviously don't know what I'm doing. I obviously was doing the wrong thing. I obviously had way more expectations than my experience was warranted. I need to get this fixed. And with that mentality alone, you're going to be able to succeed. And there you go, another nugget in the bucket. So I'm going to leave you to that. My name is Nick. This is Nikra's Bullpen. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please, like I said, like, share, come visit us, subscribe, do it all you can to promote this so that way we can do more for you and help you get to your journey. I am not a millionaire trader. I am a true professional day-to-day trader, meaning I do this as a career, okay? I am where you want to be first. You know how they say you have goals, right? You want to be a millionaire, but in order to get to become a millionaire, you have to have steps to get to that goal. I'm the step that you're missing. Okay? Everybody says, "Oh, you want to be where I'm at?" Well, you're over here at a $2,000 account while you're listening to people that's got millions of dollars. Now, no, now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. I got $1 million mentors myself. But what helps is having somebody that does trade for a living, that lives off their trading, that's not a millionaire. Because then you actually get to work with somebody that's doing it, that hasn't gotten past that, that's already a millionaire, still trading to be trading, right? You're working with somebody that's going to show you how to work with a small account. It's not you working with a $2,000 account, me working with a $100,000 account, and then you're like, well, how are you making more money than me if we're taking the same position? Well, we're not. My position would be higher than yours. But by trading with us, you're going to be taking the same amount of money positions like we do. So you see that our profits kind of align the same. So if you see us taking profits and it's similar to yours, say, oh, cool, I'm doing it right. You feel more confidence because, cool, I'm making the same money that the group is, right? So you build wealth together to build a better life together, right? And then eventually you start becoming a more independent trader, and then you find yourself asking, do you want to stay in the community because it's a great community to live in, because people are keeping you accountable, keeping you responsible, keeping you up to date on your trades, making sure you're trading professionally, or do you want to keep joining these groups that are just saying, hey, I can make you $40,000 in 10 minutes. Come join us. And next thing you know, you lose $40,000 in 5 minutes because you thought you could win it in 10 minutes, right? We do things more responsibly, and we'll show you how to grow your account correctly, because the only correct way to grow your account is slowly. That is the God honest truth, and ask any professional that'll tell you. The true way to grow your account is single wins. Single wins grows the account. And then when you finally get up to higher money, of course, you can take a little bit more better positions. Not irresponsibly taking bigger positions, but having enough capital to be able to put in more because you're still only putting in 1 or 2% of your account, because then your account is bigger. So obviously your 1 or 2% will be naturally bigger. See where I'm going with this? So that's it for me. Again, my name is Nick. This